If it feels familiar and familiar feels good, the dog will thrive. Dogs thrive in predictability. They thrive with familiarity. Our job is to create familiarity. And in order to do that, there needs to be order. Order tends to be associated with control, and control tends to be associated with lack of the ability to make a choice. In actuality, it's order that creates familiarity. Because when there is an order to how things work, when we have control over that one dog that has good intentions, but is maybe doing it differently than what this dog is familiar with, that's where we drop the ball. So our job is to create order, not because we are dictators, not because we want to control everything or prevent the dog from the ability to make choices. We want to allow dogs to make choices and have consequences for choices that they make. That feels familiar. It allows the dog to actually feel in control of what they get and what they don't get. The reason this relationship thrives and prospers is because there's order in the early stages when intent is unclear. People associate order with like giving orders and I order you and I command you to do this. I associate orders with a method. There's an order to how this works. These are the constants that we can rely on. That's what allows for comfort when there is order. My inability to have an order or have Nike follow the order of how things work would have resulted in Darla and Nike getting into an altercation. Not because they can't get along, not because this dog likes dogs or this dog doesn't like or things like that. It's because one of them is not following order. One of them doesn't feel trustworthy. One of them, if not both, it feels like we're competing for things and we can't get along because we can't come to terms or an agreement. So there needs to be terms and an agreement. We go, oh, that feels good. You can do that, and allows for dogs to feel comfortable. Them stumbling upon that familiarity because they've both done training with me, upon that order, seeing it works for both of them, is what allowed us to just streamline their relationship. Without that, we wouldn't have had control. We wouldn't have had order. We would have had dogs that initially would not have gelled and would have resulted in them having to try to do that for one another and seeing who takes orders from who. That's usually a recipe for disasters. What does your direction and your order represent for your dog? Does it feel familiar in the ways that you want it to? Dog owners need to understand, by them learning how to create order allows for us to streamline and not have to deal or put up with things that occur largely as a result of dogs trying to figure out and control order for themselves.